left to my own devices to get out and wander around. And I found this house. It was on the property that my family owned, and at that time it was covered with white clapboard. Is that what you call it? Clapboard.
Clapboard sign.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It's beautiful. And the more I looked, my dad said, "Look, it has logs. It's logs." So the logs were covered, which is one of the reasons they're in such good shape. And I honestly wanted to move there down there. And my uncle said, "You can't live down here." You know, and they were right. I probably couldn't. So then, when vandals found it, and teenagers and people who decided to party there, and they began to steal or
Yes.
ruin everything,
And there should be
the
a pair of
woodwork, the
pin snips
tree,
in
the doors,
there.
the windows, the stairs, and that just broke my heart. And so I wanted to move it, take it down and move it. Again, my uncle said I couldn't do
That
that.
log's close enough that it
And
beat it. I get
if
it.
they only knew what a project it is.
Yeah.
But Matt comes along, he has a way of making my dreams come true. And we decided to move it and save it. That was our first goal, is to move it and save it because we know it's a treasure.
Well, I'm so glad you did. I'm just having a great time. Just enjoying your passion from your point of view, but I also gave a little introduction to where we were and what we were doing, and realized that I did not have the camera on at that time. So I'm going to share with anyone that's watching, and this will be a real, I feel like I'll make that happen. But we're right now with Kaye and Matt Templin at their legacy house in Bath County, Kentucky, out on Wyoming Road. And like Kaye said, this was a dream that she had, and she and Matt are making it happen. And what a project! I think Matt, what did you call it? Your swan?
This is my swan song. It's the last building project I'm going to be involved in.
Well, this one's going down in history. So this is going to make all your other projects look very, very small, I'm afraid. I hope you've got those recorded too.
Thank you.
Well, let's just walk around and can you tell me about the endocrinology that you were telling me about earlier?
Okay. There has always been a lot of talk about what it was, and this was another thing that annoyed me. And the vandals and the people who were vandalizing it began to call it the old hotel. And that irritated me because it was never a hotel. It did, however, have 6 doors across the front of it because that was the way it was built, which kind of would lend itself to you thinking perhaps it was a hotel, but it was never a hotel. It's always been in a family home. And the age of it was always something I really, really was interested in. And I was advised to find a dendrochronologist, Dr. Megan Rochner. She's with the University of Louisville. And she brought her class up here, about 6 or 7, and they came on a cold February day and took core samples from each of the logs and took them back to Louisville to their lab to compare them with the information that they already had and test them to come up with what part was built first, what part was built second, and how old the trees were when they were cut.
Amazing.
That's amazing. And when you look at the ends of some of these logs, you'll see why it was so hard to determine the age of them.
I'm talking about the end like out here.
Can I see it in?
Sure, if you come around here. Now, what we learned from the endocrinologist is that when you see these rings, this tells you, because they're only a 16th of an inch or a 32nd of an inch apart, that this was cut from a virgin forest. This is a first cut timber from a virgin forest, which means this forest is from the creation, okay, and has never been cut or no timber has ever been cut out of it before. And so all of these logs, when you look at the ends of them, these rings are just as tight. When you look at modern lumber these days, you'll see a wide space in between the rings. But these very, very tight rings tell you that it came from virgin forest and it's a first cut timber.
Well, I guess you're really teaching me a whole lot.
We learned
But
a lot.
We're
I,
learning a
I
lot.
was going to say, I guess so much of it has been a good learning for everybody involved.
It has been
Yes,
quite an
yes.
experience.
Now tell me about the little jar lids.
Okay, so these are mason jar lids, and they were used to tag each log. When we got ready to tear it down, we marked every log where it was and numbered each one, and then that way we would know where it went when we put it back. Because when you take them all down and they're all laying out in the field, you'll never figure out where that one came from unless you know there's a number on it that tells you where in the house this log goes.
Now,
And
what
that's
kind of lumber did you tell me this was?
now we were told that it's white ash, and so far I don't have any reason to doubt that because I don't know wood that well, but all the experts that have looked at it have said this is white ash.
How about that?
And it had to be put back together like it was because of the notches, you see.
Oh,
And
my.
there's a certain kind of notch that was a German notch. Is
Right.
that right, Matt?
And then a dovetail notch.
And then the dovetail notch, which that's why there's the two different sides, and they were built at different times by different folks.
With different notches.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. You can see there on the inside, they've got some folks chipping, and it's a chipping mixture there. They followed a recipe that was given them. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I want you to see this view. And if you think the front view is something, you wait until we get to the back. I mean, absolutely. Can you imagine this porch? It's 10 feet wide and what,
60 feet.
60 feet long. Now, how many rocking chairs would that be? Oh, just absolutely. I mean, my adrenaline's flowing and it just belongs to a friend. But I am amazed. I've known Kaye for a long time, but we became better acquainted through the Jemima Johnson chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. And I was over today doing a little work on the Liberty Tree, and Kaye and I met with our Bath County representative and making those plans, and she invited me to come out, and I am so glad that I did. I believe, Kaye, you call this the dog trot?
This is called the dog trot.
This is the dog trot.
And then the addition back here. Matt has built the addition, which
So let me say this about the dog trot.
oh
Yes,
yeah,
while we're
tell
on the
us about
subject.
dog trot.
This portion, this pen on the right side was built first. And so the family, and what we found out about that as we took it down was it was a single pen, it was 1 story tall. And then the notches changed on the end and it went up to a loft. On the end wall, you could tell that the notches changed and then it became a loft. And then as the family grew, well, then they made it 2 stories tall. And so the notches changed again. And then at some point, they built this house next to this house, and this house went up. And so they just filled in between the two, and that's the dog trot, the place that just ties the 2 cabins together and makes it one under one roof. And so that's why this space is what it is. And that's the way the family utilized it as the family grew. You know,
And I know you've done everything very much like it was. Was there a set of steps here?
Yes, there was a set of steps in the dog trot that led up to the second floor. Yes.
Oh, my. Kaye, you didn't really do us justice when you told us about it at
well, how can you?
VAR meetings.
How
How
can you?
could you?
How could you?
Yes,
You know, this is
absolutely.
this.
And
will
so
be-
in an effort to keep the place as original as we could, we made an addition here for the kitchen, the bathrooms, plumbing, air conditioning, modern conveniences. And so the logs don't have to be damaged to put in those modern things. We'll do all that back here. And if we do it correctly, you'll get the impression that you're still in a log house because the inside of this was the outside.
Yes.
Okay, but
yes.
now you'll have these exposed while you're in this room, and you'll feel like, okay, I'm still inside the log house. You're right.
Oh my. And you know, like Kay was talking, how in the world, back at the time that this was originally built,
Right.
did they manage all of this heavy?
How did they do the heavy lifting? How did they get those big ones on the very top?
Yes.
And these beams that we put here were the purlins that were the very top of the house. Okay, this big beam right here was the very top, and the roof landed on it. Okay, we have this also. It mirrors itself in the second floor. The same approach has been used.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so that's the dining room, we're calling it. And this area here is the kitchen. And the plumbers have been here and it's been plumbed. And as much as I hate to wash dishes, I probably could do it right here if I had to because of this view.
Oh. Folks, I told you, and I'm looking through a screen. We'll do this on the porch as well, the back porch. But I just want you to look at this view.
Here's this.
And it's pleasant from the inside, but oh my goodness. Now, I'm not on the back porch as quickly as that.
Looking at the kitchen.
I'm out a door that has no steps, and I go there, look down, or I might be. But what a view, and you know, as a realtor, you never tell anybody that you're buying a pastoral view because in 24 hours it can change. But look at those rolling hills. Like Kaye said, we're not going to see a Buc-ee's anytime soon. Just absolutely unbelievable. My goodness.
Okay. Now
What a
come,
project.
yeah. Now come up.
Hey, listen, we don't need
I
to
just
put
would
we don't need to
stand,
put
though,
that
and look
in
at these
in these
flowers
smaller
awe.
ones,
At
but
the
put it in
size
this
of
one.
them.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Anything
These
that's
old
that
boys
big,
didn't
put the
have
screen in it.
chainsaws in
But these
1820.
smaller ones, just chink them in and
They
go.
had no power
Okay.
tools.
Oh my gosh.
See, I don't see
And
any need, like on this wall right
how
here,
they were
Frankie.
lifted. I mean,
Like
it
this
was
wall right here, Frankie.
nothing short
Put
of
it in this
genius,
one,
Yeah.
but the rest
in
of
my
this wall,
estimation.
just
You
chink
know,
it up.
something
there's
like
Okay.
a lot to be said about survival skills, isn't there?
It really is. It really is. Yeah.
And I'd say there are a lot of times that you all felt like you've employed survival skills through all this.
We're just hoping to
We've
live
got
to finish.
we got some men working now.
Yeah.
So it's time to go upstairs and look at what's happening up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, have these fellows come to you knowing what to do, or is this something that you are teaching them as you go?
We're all learning together.
Oh,
I've never done a log house before, but the thing
yes,
is,
you
and
have.
this has always been my saying, I know what it's supposed to look like when it's done. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to make it look like it's supposed to look.
okay.
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 And we have saved all the flooring and ceilings from the house and have them stored. And that will be the
Well, I'm
floors.
sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying.
We've saved all this flooring.
The hardwood
Oh,
floor was a
hardwood
2-inch
floors.
tongue and groove. The 2-inch tongue and groove was over the floor, the walls, the ceiling. It covered the whole inside 2.5-inch tongue and groove red oak.
So
Okay, we took it all out and took all the nails out of it, and we're going to put it back on the floors through here. What was?
You know, I was told one time, and I guess it's true because a termite company representative told me that red oak can be attacked by termites, but they cannot digest it, and it kills them.
Huh.
So if you have termite damage on a piece of red oak, that it's not going to do anything but be superficial.
That's interesting.
That I thought that was real interesting, and I learned that early on in my real estate career. However, there's not a whole lot of red oak anymore. It's used in construction. So,
But again, we're just going to focus on the outside walls. Okay, right now we're just going to get these ready. We'll do them later. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I forgot that, and that's why I came back. We're just going to do the outside walls right now. That's it. Okay, listen, don't put any chinking in that. No, I'm going to cover that. I'm going to put some insulation there and cover it with casework. Okay, don't worry about that. And over the top of the windows as well. Okay, I'm just going to put some insulation in there and let the casework cover it. Okay. I'm coming, Katie.
Okay. She's up over the window.
I'm right here.
Okay. What did she say?
She's looking through a solid pane of glass.
Oh, okay.
Lots and lots of old wood. Like I said, they have done some additions here.
Okay.
So that they can keep the old part of the structure just as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing.
And so what we have upstairs now is 2-bedroom suites. These will be suites because what it is just a bedroom and a bathroom.
Yeah.
And then we have this center section that is, just for gathering, let's say.
Mhm.
But this is the smaller pen here and the newer of the two, the youngest of the two.
And when they speak of youngest, he's talking about the white
Right.
of the boards.
Now in this room, what we're going to do is we're going to put a shiplap ceiling that it's wood and it goes all the way up to the roof, all the way to the ridge pole. These rooms will be vaulted that high, and these collar ties here will be wrapped with, a barn lumber or something. They'll be exposed as well. So this room will vault all the way up, and both pins will be the same, and then they'll have these exposed beams across the room.
Now I'm noticing some dark there. Was there perhaps a little fire?
We're expecting that there probably was a fire at some time, but it more like a stove or something was close to it. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because all of these logs, even if you see this, if you were to go in 1/4 of an inch, that's a solid wood in behind that. It's not damaged in any way.
Let's look at that bark.
Okay, yes.
That is, that doesn't look at all.
Well, it's not. This top log has been replaced. We had a Mennonite mill mill these top logs for us because they were not in good shape. So, and absolutely the very first log is also new. So we started with brand new on the bottom and brand new on the very top. No, I'm talking about on the first floor. All the way down at the bottom, those are new. Okay, because we had to have something to build on. And the old ones were sitting on the ground and just rotted out.
Yeah.
We couldn't reuse the old ones on the very first log.
But I'm just, I guess.
Now look at this.
Vocabulary just isn't.
How big this thing is.
What is that? About 18 inches?
It may be 20.
Oh my goodness. Do you suppose that an awful lot of these were probably native on the farm?
Absolutely. They didn't go somewhere and get these.
Yeah.
They cut them where they were.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Yeah.
And in 1820, Kentucky was barely a state. And so, it had been pioneered before that. People were living here.
Now, I'm just wanting to find just a little bit of this. Well, when was Bath County formed as a county?
I think 1811.
1811?
That's what's on the sign as you
Well,
come
but
in
this
Owensville.
side of Bath County was probably a part of Brown, wasn't it?
I think it was part of Bourbon.
Well, I know the other side was, but you think this side as well?
Montgomery County as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Montgomery as well.
I wanted
Yeah.
it to have been a part of Montgomery County.
Let's just say Montgomery. Who's going to correct us?
I'm just sorry. I just can't turn loose of that. But I'm probably not going to get to claim not a splinter.
But see the bathroom here, and then this, I just love this. This is the bathroom. I guess there'll be a door somewhere here. And then this is the dressing room. Matt calls it our sitting room, where you can sit here and
Look out the window.
sip your morning coffee and look out this window.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Kaye has expressed that someday the Jemima Johnson chapter is going to get to come over and have a meeting here. I don't think we need to wait too long. This is, watching this project happen is part of the experience.
And that's the other bedroom over there. That one's mine over there. Yeah. Who's
That goes with the shower base.
Oh, okay. I thought I found some historic piece of paper.
Now, what are you gonna do with the ceilings here? Or do you have a
This
plan?
is also the same type of ceiling. It'll be a wood ceiling. There's not going to be any drywall in here anywhere in the whole building. No drywall. Okay.
Oh,
No paint. Nobody has paint.
But there may be some paint. We may do a shiplap for the wall covering, you know, and something like that.
Oh, after we see Malcolm's.
Yeah.
well, and I know you haven't had, I feel like you haven't had time, but I hope in time that even if you have to get a ghostwriter, that you can document all of this.
That's Kay's forte. That's what she's going to do.
Print.
Kay has already started with some documentation of
good.
the man who built it and the ancestry of. There's a place on a log downstairs where the guy that built it carved his initials into the log, and it's right at the back door.
Oh, my. And who was it? Kay, you recall?
Well, the best we can tell was Cornelius Anderson. The deed book in the courthouse, I've traced it back to 1840. And that's when Cornelius Anderson was the first owner that I have been able to find, because, of course, the courthouse burned, and I haven't gone any deeper than that.
Yes.
But it was Anderson's.
It was Anderson.
Anderson's was the family that built the place.
And the Anderson family, my grandmother Colliver was an Anderson. And so it was her family, my mom's family. And then when Mr. Betty Joyce Ratliff, sister-in-law's grandfather, Pappy Anderson, she calls him until I can't remember his first name. What was it? He sold it, and she played here as a child. He sold it to the Jones family, which is
What was the last name?
the Joneses.
Joneses.
Oh.
Well, that was
your
her dad.
family.
Her
I mean,
dad.
Jones.
Yes.
So the whole thing has been in my family since the 1840s.
And the land that it rested on.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
moved it.
Yes, and this land too, but not since 1840.
Oh my, what? Yes, I think Legacy House is really a good name. I don't think anybody could compete with that.
I don't know. Let me show you this other suite over here, because I don't know, but it's a little bit bigger.
Have you chosen your suite?
Have you chosen
Me?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one over here.
The other one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what's going to be on that wall. What is it?
Oh, just absolutely. Now,
Now-
we call this the gathering room.
This will be the upstairs family room, whatever you want to call
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Here's another thing too. Whenever you get to the top of these logs right here, this also will be wooden planks that side and close this bedroom off from
Yeah.
this area.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
and this will be like barnwood siding or some old lumber on both sides of this wall, and then the ceiling in this room will be the same as that one. It'll vault up and have exposed beams, you know, that kind
I
of thing.
tell you what, you all had to have a vision.
Well, Matt is really good with vision. I'm really good at looking at it after he puts it together and say, oh, yeah, this is what we want.
Well, I admire anybody who's
He's a
a
visionary.
visionary because I can see something and appreciate it. But,
I get it.
And I can say, oh, I like that, and I'd like to have something like it, but to imagine it is not my forte. And look at the view
Look at the view from it.
out this way.
Mhm.
And is this facing east face?
Yes.
That's due east there.
You're facing to the northeast. Actually, north is through there, so east is about through there. So you're looking northeasterly straight out this window.
But what a beautiful, beautiful, and you could get a sunrise here, I guess.
Yes,
Yes.
you get the sunrise here and the
It's like
sunset.
the sun's higher than those trees. Oh my. Oh my goodness. This is just a real good example of why we need to follow our dreams. Because you all haven't done this just for yourselves, but
No.
for your family and the community
Yes.
and anybody that could ever be interested in refurbishing a log house.
The people of Kentucky,
Yes, yes.
the people of the
yes.
world.
Really.
It,
Because, as I said, I think it's nothing short of genius the way they built these, and for it to stand for over
I
250
think nothing
years.
short of genius is a good description of what the builders did, but I'm not sure. It's not a real good explanation for what you all did.
What makes them, well, truly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and
I went in, here's my sitting room.
think of the little projects that I felt proud of are minuscule to anything like this. Here again. My phone has told me I'm on low power mode.
No wonder. Well,
So
now this is my vision. My bed will be in there, with the headboard to the back of that. Okay.
Yes.
Table perhaps on each side of the bed. And in here, I'm going to have a little coffee bar
Yeah.
where I can come in here and start my coffee and have a comfy chase lounge here to sit and drink my first cup of coffee as I look out this view.
Oh my goodness. Well, you won't be worth a thing to the world. I mean, DAR can get you goodbye. We'll have to come up with a sweet thing.
But don't you
I
love
have
it?
to wake her up and get her
Yeah,
out of bed.
yeah.
I just
Make an
love it.
appointment a week ahead. And say, hey, oh my.
So it is a grand dream being fulfilled, a lifelong dream being fulfilled. And by the way, I'd like to say happy anniversary to my wife today. Is our 21st anniversary. We've been together 21 years, and they're the best 21 years of our lives.
Well,
That's very true.
amazing. And just to share with you, she had already told me that it was her. And just how busy you all were, but what an anniversary gift just to have this going.
Right.
I'm really thankful that Kaye, that you invited me out today.
I'm so glad.
Thank you so much.
So glad that you were able to come. And people ask, what are we going to do with it? And I sometimes give a smart aleck answer and say whatever we want to, but because it's kind of the way I am. But we really aren't sure. The floor is open for nominations. We may use it. We may live here a while. We may use it as a venue for folks who want to have a wedding or some sort of reunion or some sort of meeting in a lovely space like this.
Yeah.
But we have met our goal, and the original goal was to save it.
Yeah.
Let's save this thing before they burn it down.
You know that and it's received a lot of love, and that is amazing that you all have supported one another in your dream, Kaye.
Yes.
I'm just enamored. Yeah. And thank you all so much for letting me impromptu take this video and get your all input.
Thank you for
all
sharing.
stand together?
It is our anniversary.
This is your anniversary. This is to Kaye and Matt Templin. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.